Hail and well met, ladies and lords, from the Grand Hall of Lore and Legend. I am the Lore Knight, and today I have a special topic for you. News just broke that Jabba the Hutt's son, Rotto the Hutt, is going to be in the Mandalorian Grogu. Now, being the Lore Knight requires me to provide you with lore, and the question on everybody's mind, of course, is how does Jabba the Hutt have a son? How would that work? We know that he has a son from the Clone Wars, of course. Rotto the Hutt was in the Clone Wars movie. He was rescued by Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka. But it really gets you thinking whenever news like this comes out. How does that even work? Jabba the Hutt is a giant, disgusting slug. How would he get... Being a Knight of Virtue, this is a hard video for me to make, but we have to talk about it. This article is from the Direct. Star Wars Next movie just cast a huge actor to play Jabba the Hutt's son. Jabba the Hutt's son is coming to the Star Wars universe in 2026 movie, and he's being played by a huge rising star. A Galaxy Far, Far Away will finally be back in theaters May 22nd, 2026 with Mandalorian and Grogu, led by Pedro Pascal's Din Djarin and his Baby Yoda companion. According to a report from multiple sources, the Insider, Jeremy Allen White, has joined the Star Wars universe and will appear in The Mandalorian and Grogu. The Insider stated White will be playing Rotto the Hutt, the son of Jabba the Hutt, who appeared in the Clone Wars movie where his great uncle Zero orchestrated a plot to kill him, only to be thwarted by Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano. White marks the second new addition to the Star Wars galaxy, with The Mandalorian and Grogu following the announcement confirming alien star Sigourney Weaver's involvement. The Mandalorian and Grogu casting reveals first plot details. This is kind of exciting. We assumed that Rotto was dead, but apparently he's still alive, and we're going to see him in the movie, which is great that we're getting a new Hutt because Jabba the Hutt's an integral part of Star Wars. It's going to be cool to see another Hutt in action or just laying there on a slab like they usually do. The Mandalorian and Grogu has already wrapped filming ahead of its release in over a year, but virtually nothing has been confirmed about its story and cast. Pedro Pascal will return as Din Djarin and will be joined by his familiar force-using companion Grogu, while Sigourney Weaver will be tagging along in a mysterious role. The news that Rotto the Hutt will be involved paints a picture of a story that ties to the criminal underworld and perhaps the return of Boba Fett. The last I heard about Boba Fett, the actor said, "They haven't called me," but he might be saying that just to kind of surprise us in the movie. We'll see. Many will be quick to argue that voicing a CGI head is a waste of White's acting talents, but there's a chance he only had the availability or interest in a smaller role that wouldn't be too time-consuming for his busy schedule. Okay, so we got talented actor playing Rotto. Now on to the topic at hand. So how do giant space slugs procreate? Canonical answer is, in the current Star Wars canon, Hutts have separate sexes but can also reproduce asexually. This flexibility was introduced to align with their unique biology. According to the Clone Wars series, there are instances where Hutts, like Jabba, have offspring with parents of both genders, suggesting asexual reproduction. Now, in the Legends continuity, Hutts were depicted as hermaphroditic, meaning they possess both male and female reproductive organs. They could choose to be either gender for reproduction. And they carried their young in a marsupial-like pouch until they were ready to survive on their own. This was detailed in novels like the Han Solo trilogy and other sources. This mix of sexual and asexual reproduction capabilities reflects the complex and sometimes contradictory lore surrounding Hutts in the Star Wars universe. There really is no clear answer in canon right now how they reproduce, why someone would want to reproduce with them. Jabba the Hutt may have been a mother, Mama Hutt over there, if they can just switch and choose their own gender like some do today. Jabba the Hutt may have had little baby, Rhoda by himself. He might have had a baby in there the whole time. In episode 1, he could have been, carrying Rotto the Hutt with him in his little marsupial pouch, and we wouldn't have known. Now, to get a clearer understanding for you of how things work here on Earth, I looked at slugs. So slugs are the closest creature that we have to Jabba the Hutt, and here's how slugs reproduce. If you want to know. Slugs, which are gastropod mollusks, generally procreate through sexual reproduction. Here's a basic overview. Hermaphroditism. Most slugs are hermaphrodites, meaning each individual has both male and female reproductive organs. This allows them to act as both male and female during mating. So yes, it basically is the same as slugs here. The closest thing we have in canon does align with how slugs reproduce here on Earth. Slugs mate by approaching each other, often with a courtship behavior that includes circling and touching. Yes, very hot. They then use their peepees to inseam each other simultaneously. I'm sorry, I'm a knight of valor and I don't like talking about this stuff, but it's slugs, so we have to continue on for the sake of truth and lore. The peepees in some species can be quite long compared to their body size. Egg laying. After mating, slugs lay eggs. They deposit these eggs in a moist environment, often in soil or under leaves, where they will develop. The eggs hatch into juvenile slugs after a period which can vary but generally takes a few weeks. Asexual reproduction. While sexual reproduction is the norm, some species of slugs can also reproduce asexually through a process called parthenogenesis, where an egg develops into an embryo without fertilization. This is less common but does occur in some slug species. In the ways of the Hutts, as with many creatures of the galaxy, new life comes forth in manners both mysterious and wondrous, through the union of life forces, not unlike the sacred bonds of marriage. Jabba and his kind bring forth their young. They possess the ability to generate life in ways that need not involve the baser discussions of flesh, but rather the miracle of creation itself. Think of it as a divine act, where the essence of one Hutt joins to another, or even within itself to create a new being, much like the holy mysteries we hold dear in our faith. So there you have it. Maybe we'll find out more in the movie of how Rotto the Hutt came to be. But right now I'll say this. I'm excited to see Rotto the Hutt in this movie. We'll see, he's probably back for revenge, he wants revenge against, I almost said resistance, my god. He wants revenge against the rebels for killing his father, Jabba, or mother. Father, mother. Either way, it should be a cool story. Thank you for watching today. If you got a little piece of lore out of this, give this video a like. Give me a subscribe. I'll have another video out for you soon. I'm sorry I had to bring this information to you, but it was necessary for the lore and to know exactly how Rotto the Hutt came to be. It's a disgusting topic. It's not fun to think about, but it is necessary for us to know. That's why the Lore Knight is here, to put your mind at ease about how Jabba the Hutt procreates. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.